Here we go for the 8 millionth time today. If I could go back to my book, please, that'd be great. Okay. Sorry if I don't say any words correctly. I do have gum in my mouth, and I have issues with speech when it comes to reading things aloud. So I'm sorry if you can't really read me correctly. I will go back and reread if I need to. Okay, so let's get on with Blood Flow Part 1. My eyes flutter open as my phone vibrates out of control. Ugh. I grunt frustrated. It is Saturday. Did I forget to turn off my freaking alarm? I tried to go back to sleep, but it was no use. I got up and got dressed in ripped up jeans and an Iron Maiden concert t-shirt. I did my short brown hair and lined my dark blue eyes with eyeliner. I slipped on my checkerboard Vans and headed downstairs. I saw my puppy laying on the couch. He was so cute. "Ozzy, come here, boy," I whispered to him. This small miniature Doberman gets up and snuggles in my arms. I laugh at him and give him a big kiss. Come on, sweetheart. We're going for a walk." I put his harness on him and we leave the house. As we walk past the playground, my dog starts to bark. "Shh," I attempt to hush him. He starts to back away. Ozzy has never looked so terrified in his life, I say to myself. Then I look up to see what he's so terrified of. "Hello, Hope, is it?" A man laughs as he slowly walks towards me. I started to back away slowly. The man was wearing black dress pants and white hoodie. He had black hair about as long as mine, maybe a bit shorter. His face was covered by his hood. The only thing I could see was an evil smile that was literally ear to ear. "What do you want from me?" I asked, trying my best to sound calm. He smirked, clearly telling that I was scared. "I want you to go to sleep," he screams, pouncing on me. He pulls out a knife and aims it right at my throat. I scream and my dog ran over. Bit the man's hand. He screamed in pain as his hand gushes blood. He dropped the knife and quickly grabbed it and got up. I saw his full face. It was completely white. It looked like he was smiling from ear to ear because he must have carved. Well, he must have cut it open or something. But the worst part were his eyes. He had no eyelids. His eyes were never closing, ringed in black. I held the knife out, not knowing how to use it. I just hoping that it would scare him off. He stood up laughing, that evil laugh again. See you later, Hope. He turned around and walked into the forest. I stood there in shock. What in the world just happened? I picked up Ozzy and ran home crying. When I got home, everyone was still sleeping. Good, I thought. I brought my dog up to my room and sat on the couch, just thinking. I gave my dog a few more kisses. Without him, I would have been dead. I must have been crying pretty hard because my younger brother, Rhett, came into my room. "Hope, what are you doing up? It's 7:30 on a Saturday morning." Then he looked up and saw my face. "What's wrong?" he asked, partially running to my side. "It's nothing, just a bad dream," I reassured him. He looked at me sadly and said, "Okay." He gave me a big hug and walked out. My brother is 15 and I'm 17. We've always been really close, though I have never lied to him, so it broke my heart that I didn't tell him the truth. But it was for the best, right? I was up all morning watching old Family Guy episodes. It was 9:30 when I heard my mom downstairs, trying not to disturb my dog who was laying on my lap. I got up and checked the mirror. Damn it, I mumbled under my breath. My eyes were a swollen, puffy mess from crying. I grabbed some makeup and tried to cover it up as best as I could. Well, it was a little better, but still noticeable. I couldn't tell my mom. I was almost killed. Looks like I'll have to play that whole dad card again. I walked downstairs and trying to avoid my mom and just get some breakfast. Well, you're up early, she says, not looking up from the newspaper she was reading. Yeah, I was just going to grab an apple and go back up to my room. What does she mean by early? It's 9:39. Give me a good look. Her motions me to come to her. She gives me a big hug. Honey, is this about your dad again? I started to tear up at the thought of my dad. I shook my head and tears rolled down my face. Hope, it's been almost a year since your father was murdered. We need to start moving on. Trust me, that's what he would have wanted. That's what he would want. I nod my head slightly and walk away without saying a word. I went up to my room and started to cry. I miss my dad so much. I used to be so close to him. He was on a business trip in Seattle when he was brutally gutted. I knew that he shouldn't have gone. Sweetheart, my mother yells up at me. Me and Rhett are going to the store to shop for a present for Sarah for her birthday's next week. Will you be okay alone? I'll be fine. I was a little embarrassed that my younger brother has a girlfriend and I'm still a single loser. But I really like Sarah. When I was finally calmed down, I decided to take a nap. I laid down on my bed and drifted into sleep. I dreamt about that guy. I didn't scream, though, when he pulled a knife out. I was just asked why. He stood there and laughed. I woke up shaking. I really need to get some fresh air. Now I knew that was a bad idea, but I couldn't help myself. Plus, I wouldn't go far. I put on a purple hoodie and walked outside. It was really foggy. I started walking to Sarah's house to talk to her. She was like my only friend. I could trust her. I felt warm breath on my neck. I felt my heart skip a beat, and I didn't want it to. But I did very slowly, and I saw him standing there. But it was odd. I didn't see a knife in his hands like I did the last time. Hey, he said, smirking. Hi, I managed to shudder out. Hope, there's no need to be scared. Are you kidding? You tried to kill me. 4 hours ago? And now you're telling me not to be scared? Yes, he replied. I looked at him confused. He gave me a cute little smile and started to walk away. Wait, I grabbed his wrist. You know my name, so now I want to know yours. Letting go of his wrist, he looks up. I'm Jeff. I smiled. That name suited him pretty well. When will I see you again? I asked as he walks away. Soon, he says to me. I must have been smiling huge because when I got to Sarah's house, her mom answered the door and asked me if I met a boy. What? No way, I said, trying to sound like I really didn't. Okay then, she gave me a wink. Sarah's up in her room. Thanks, I say as I walk up to the stairs. She's laying on her bed, listening to her iPod. When she sees me and gives me a big old hug and asks me if I'm okay. Why do you ask? Well, Rick kind of texted me saying that you were crying. I probably turned bright red. I was just thinking about my dad, I tell her. She gives me another hug, and it looks like she's going to cry. No. Don't cry, I have some news, I say, trying to calm her. What? You're going to think I'm crazy, but there's a guy. Sarah cut me off. Oh my OMG. Now we can have double dates. He tried to kill me. Her smile faded away. She was going to say something, but I just shushed her and kept talking. He tried to kill me at like 7 this morning, but he didn't, obviously. I cried all morning before I decided I should come and talk to you. On my way here, I saw him again. He didn't threaten me, though. It was weird. I just got his name, and he said he'd see me around. Sarah looked speechless, then gave me a joking look. You like him, she says, poking me. I blush a little and look at the floor. Oh my God, Hope, I didn't think you really did. I look up at her, tears in my eyes. What's wrong with me, I whisper. I don't know. She looks at me. Do you want me to walk you home? No, I don't want you to get hurt. Gave her a hug and left. Walking to my house, all I could think about was Jeff. His face was horrific at first glance, but now I kind of liked it. Why didn't he kill me, I asked myself aloud. I just wasn't in the mood to. Jeff said in a joking tone. Where the hell did you come from? I asked him, part joking, part actually curious. I just happened to see you, and I thought, let's go mess with Hope. I smiled at him. We walked in silence for what seemed like forever. When he finally said, you know that you're basically leading a psycho killer to your house, right? I stopped and thought for a second. If you're a killer, then seriously, why didn't you kill me? He looked just as stumped as I did. Usually after I kill someone, I have no regrets whatsoever. In fact, I feel sort of happy, he smiled. But there's something about you. I don't know why, but I couldn't let you die. I blushed big time. He gave me that cute little smile again. I shocked him in the shoulder, and we walked to my house. Okay, guys, that's it for part 1 for Blood Flow. Hope you enjoy it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you next time.